Restream, Streamlabs, XSplit. What's your choice if you really want to be able to stream to multiple platforms? I say, the hell with all of those, and let me tell you why. Hello and welcome. Today I wanted to make a quick video just talking about streaming to multiple platforms. If you've watched my stream over the years, you've seen that I've used Restream, I've used XSplit. I've never really used Streamlabs because I don't like it. That's a personal preference of mine. A lot of people do like it because of simplicity. It's just not my bag. But the real issue with using any of these platforms to multi-stream is the cost. If you use XSplit, you can set it up so it sends data to multiple platforms. Now, it does mean that you may be doubling the amount of bandwidth that's going upstream, which for some people may not work well if you have really bad internet or don't have a lot of upstream bandwidth. But the other issue is cost. I got XSplit a few years back and I paid for a lifetime license and it wasn't that bad. I think I paid $100 for it and I have a lifetime license. XSplit at this point has a couple of different options. You can pay for a lifetime license for Broadcaster Premium, which gives you multi-streaming, and it's $200 US. Not bad if you're going to use it. What a lot of people are probably going to do is get set up for annual because it's less and you're paying $60 a year to be able to multi-stream. Not that bad again, but it does cost us an annual fee. One of the reasons I don't like XSplit, if I compare my streams that I run on OBS Studio versus running on XSplit, the camera never looks that great. The stream itself gets a little wonky. And also I've found that at times, if I change inputs, like I use a switch and I'll have my PlayStation on one, my computer on one of the outputs, the HDMI switch, and my Xbox. And if I switch, things get out of sync. Like my voice will become out of sync. Things get weird in the software. So you have quality issues and you have potential syncing issues. And, you don't want to put out a bad quality stream. So it makes you look for other options. Now your next option is go with Restream. If you want to be able to multi-stream, you can do it for free, but you have limitations. You can't restream at 1080. You can't go on Facebook if you want to do that. And there are other platforms that can give you issues. So you're going to have to pay either a monthly or annual fee in order to use Restream, which would either be 16 bucks a month. I think it's 19 if you don't pay annually, or $190 a year billed annually. That's not cheap either, and you're getting that every single year. Now, I used Restream for quite a lot of my streams when I would multi-stream to Facebook, Twitch, as well as YouTube, and it did the job. Once again, it does limit you to 720p, but it did the job. I never re-upped after the first year because I didn't feel like paying $190 for it, and that's when I moved over to XSplit. Now, your last option, as far as the most popular ones that people really know about, is to use Streamlabs. Now here we have Streamlabs, which you would have Streamlabs Prime. That's the only way you can multi-stream through Streamlabs, and that costs you $149 a year or $19 a month. I mean, you can go in and test it, but that's going to add up pretty quick. I mean, 190 plus 38, what are you talking? $218 a year? That's not cheap. And I am, as I say in my stream and on a lot of my videos, I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not going to put out either $149 or $19 a month. And one of the reasons I really don't like using Streamlabs is it's really resource heavy, and I'm just not a fan of Streamlabs. And let's face it, with some of the issues that have come out with Streamlabs OBS, where they're kind of using OBS without permission and other issues, it's a no-go for me moving forward permanently. But let's face it, this is not cheap. So let's talk about options. So I did some research and I found that you can multi-stream through OBS Studio. OBS Studio is free. It gives great quality for your streams. It doesn't give you weird camera quality for your webcam. And it has a lot of capability to improve through modules that you download. And one such module is what we're going to talk about here. So here we have a plugin for OBS Studio called Multiple RTMP Outputs Plugin. This allows you to multi-stream through OBS the same manner as you would if you were using XSplit. Let's talk about how you set this up. It's really easy. You go to the click here for download. If you use Windows, you can either download the zip or the setup.exe, and you even can set it up inside of your Mac using one of these package files. Once it comes in, this is one of the nice things about it. And the screen's going to get a little goofy for a second, but let's show you what it looks like. So here we are with our perpetual screen in the middle, but this is the multiple output. And all you have to do is add a new target. You would put the target name. Let's say you want to go to Facebook. You would type in Facebook because that's what you want to remember to use. You would go to their site, pull the RTMP server, as well as the key. All this stuff would self-fill, and the best bet is to get the encoder and audio settings straight from OBS because you're going to copy that. This will be one of your secondary streams. So basically, if you're already using OBS to send to, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever, you can set it up so that you have a secondary stream, adding that stream there. And let me show you one other thing that you would do in the settings. Right here, when you add your target, you can see where it says Sync Start with OBS. You can set it up so that this new target starts at the same time as your regular stream that you have set up. So basically, you'll have your primary stream set up. You'll set it up so that the new inputs have the same settings and pull from OBS, and your dual streams will then go out. Now, I've used this successfully, streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Now, the only issue I did run into, my YouTube stream, I was set up so I was putting out a bitrate of 15,000. Twitch doesn't let you go that high, and I also had set up to go at 1440p. Twitch really doesn't like that much either. Plus, your computer may have a little bit of a hissy fit, which mine did when I ran the stream initially. Then I went ahead and set up so that I adjusted the settings. I have a bitrate of 6,000 going to YouTube, and then I set it up so that going to Twitch, it pulled the same settings at 1080, 6,000 bitrate, and everything worked great. So if you really want to multi-stream and you have a computer that can handle pushing out more bitrate than just the 6,000 that you're doing to your one stream to Twitch or YouTube, this is your answer. It is free. I'm going to put a link down below that goes to the plugin, but this is a free way to multi-stream from your computer without using an intermediary that will limit either frames per second or your quality. The only limit on this is going to be your system itself and your bandwidth. This is an option for you to take a look at if, like me, you're a cheap bastard and you don't like to spend money on something that you can do for free. Check this plugin out, put it in. It'll automatically, when you install it, go into OBS. It's easy as pie to set up. If you've already set up a stream once before where you've had to enter your server and your password, it's easy peasy. So give it a try and let me know how it works. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, remember to like and subscribe down below. Hit that bell to get notified when I'm streaming or new videos go up. And we'll catch you next time. Have an awesome week.